Giant sexy lady, dancing for my face. Giant sexy lady, VR corner, it's always. Greetings Cornerinos and welcome to this week's episode of Ian's VR Corner. You join me in the Blade Runner inspired CyberPunk game Lo-Fi, which first came to my attention in this week's Upload VR Summer VR Showcase, where they showed off a trailer of this game, which is due to come out sometime this year on PC VR platforms. Now, this version of Lo-Fi that I'm playing right now is actually a build that's available on Itch.io right now. It costs about $35 and it allows you to auto-navigate your way around the game map or take part in the story mode. So that's what I'm going to do today, because this game looks absolutely phenomenal with like photorealistic NPCs and an awesome neon cyberpunk landscape to navigate. It's a very exciting looking game. Allow me to show you more. So here we are in the story mode, the work in progress story mode, and I am currently flying over an incredibly realized cyber city inside this highly detailed cockpit of a patrol car. It looks beautiful inside of here, incredibly cool, and just looking outside of the window is just giving me these insane Blade Runner style vibes. It looks incredible. I mean, for an indie game that's produced by a very small team, this is already, even in this small build, looking like one of the most impressive VR games I've ever played. There's like some kind of weird holographic Chinese dragon there. The scuff marks on the windows are really nice. They're not the best scuff marks on windows I've ever seen, but you've got some water droplets as well, which is awesome. And there's loads of stuff you can play with in here. Look, I can turn my lights on and you can now see the lights spinning around, and that light is casting reflections on the buildings we're flying by. I could put the siren on so people know we mean business. Wah, wah. Spaceships flying up above us. I can turn the HUD on and this will scan the town, the city even, and I think that shows, I think these are places where I can land my vehicle when I'm actually in control of it. I can turn all these off, but yeah, this is an incredible looking game, and this is the kind of sci-fi open world RPG experience that I think a lot of people who are VR enthusiasts have been looking for. The potential for this game, as you will see as we go along, is immense, and just the visuals are only a tiny part of how cool this game is. And you know, if you're watching this right now and you own a PC VR headset, you should be very excited about this one, I think, because it looks like it's going to be a pretty big deal. And here we are, the interior of the PlayStation, the first stop on our journey. Now, because this is a story mode work in progress, this is more of a taster of the kind of things you could come to expect from the game rather than a fully fledged story. There's a lovely... ow! Ow! A very highly detailed drone flying around there who was just... scanned me. So I hope this comes across on screen as well as it does in VR, but there's quite a hefty film grain effect on here, which not only makes things look quite smoky and grimy and dirty, but it also gives off a very cool kind of like sci-fi movie being watched on VHS vibe, like maybe you know, if you'd watched Blade Runner back in the day on VHS and a CRT monitor. This is the kind of vibe it gives off. And if we have a look at some of the props here, everything is old school. This is like 1980s visions of the future with tape players and big analog buttons and chunky machinery and lights everywhere. It is an awesome recreation of a kind of Blade Runner style interior. There is no return. They are watching. So there's also kind of like an alien vibe here with the paneling, the white paneling, and everything has this proper cool dystopian vibe. Also, if I hold my hand up to my head here, I can activate a kind of scanning ability. and show me the morgues over there. I presume this line is where I need to go. I don't think there's too many quests, but this is leading towards the sheriff's office, who I guess maybe that's where I go for picking up missions and things. We'll head in anyway and we'll have a look. The lighting in this game is really nice as well. Really bold shadows and kind of God rays shining through the windows. And this is the deputy. He's got number 808 on his arm. I wonder if that's a reference to Cyber City Oedo 808, a very old manga thing. But he looks awesome. He's got a kind of like, is it Marvin the Android? Kind of chunky look to him from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He's really cool. Reporting for duty. So pressing this does nothing at the moment, but maybe in the full game, when it finally releases, I can come to this droid, press reporting for duty, and he'll speak to me, he'll give me some missions or something. Look at these cool like bits of scenery. There's big chunky calculators, all these big clickety-clackety buttons, old school machine code. Oh, it's really, really cool looking. This is an incredibly awesome place to inhabit. Look at this. Nice, nice sense of scale to these rooms as well. Really spacious and quite tall. Can't touch or pick up any of these things though. What is this? Some kind of morgue. Ah, crazy. Ugh, look at those creepy feet. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. I don't think they're going to wake up. Somehow. I think they are long gone. So they've got a spooky morgue. Can I go through here as well? I can go through here. I'm going to follow the droid through here. We've got another policeman droid over there. Hey, officer. Clunker. Hey, Clunker. Nothing I can do with Clunker. Can I turn the music on and off on this by touching it anywhere? Doesn't sound like it. Big old ashtray as well. Oh, look at this. A flight trainer. Can I play that? Oh, I can't. Oh, I can. I love the way that flight trainer was set out like an old school arcade cabinet. So we got a VR flight trainer, so I can test my piloting skills, I guess. Let's put some music on for this. Yeah! What? I love it! What an awesome soundtrack. Okay, if I hold down the grip buttons on my Oculus Touch controllers, I can grab hold of these sticks. The joystick here gives me pitch, yaw, roll and all that jazz. And then this one here allows me to go forwards and backwards. Okay, so yeah, flying seems pretty good. Whee! Now, how on earth do I exit this thing? I want to explore more of the city. Excellent bit of flight training there. Thank you, Decagon. Ow! Jeez, no photos. That is a cool looking chair. So what else have we got going on here then? We've got a quartermaster where I can... Sure, here's what I've got. So I can buy a bunch of things. I've got... How many credits have I got? Oh, I've got plenty of credits. I can buy flashlights. I can buy... Not much else. An implant chip. Let's buy one of them. Don't know what that's going to do. Don't know what any of this stuff is going to do. I presume in the main game there'll be some kind of tutorial or whatever, but I've bought a few things. Thanks. Can I sell? What can I sell? Sure. So, yeah, I can sell stuff as well. Nice work, quartermaster. Can I go in here? Bloop, bloop. Oh, I can. Look at this, another awesome, grimy police station room. Look at these big reel-to-reel tapes. You get right in there, and you can see right behind the tape and stuff. That's madness! Madness, I tells thee. Jeez, if only an indie studio can pull this off. Imagine what they'd be able to do if they had the budget of something like Half-Life Alyx. Oh, this guy is super dead, but he is very realistic. I'm pretty sure all the NPC models have been photo scanned in. So, facially wise, they are going to be pretty realistic. They're not, it's never going to be spot on, but like almost photorealistic faces for NPCs is a good thing to see. And then just look at this amazing architecture going on in here. So this demo can be played in seated or standing mode, and there's a variety of comfort options like click turn and smooth turn, which I've got on right now. Oh, I love the reflections on the floor as well. Ooh, a shooting range. Nice. Hello, reporting for duty, sir. So again, there's not anything programmed in for these robots, but I should be able to do some shooting range stuff. I've got a firearm. Can I grab it? There we go. Got a gun here. The gun is nicely modelled, very dirty. It's got like paint scuff textures and things. I need to stop turning my scanner on, bless me. Stop turning my scanner on. Right. Okay, I'm going to test my aim. Get off the shooting range, mate. You're going to get boned. Ooh. The distortion there of the visuals when you fire, the distortion of the air around you, the shockwave, and then the smoke is a very cool effect. Yeah, firing the gun is very satisfying. A little bit of force feedback in the touch controller. The noise is really meaty. That visual distortion in the air just helps bring, it helps give you a feeling of a sense of the gun's power. Excellent, really nice. I'm going to keep exploring and see where else this leads. We've got the locker room now. So scummy, everything. It's beautifully dirty. Okay, so I've made my way back to the roof and back to my patrol car now. So I figure it's time to do a little bit of exploring, because there are various districts you can visit in this game, and each one looks pretty incredible from what I could see from the trailer. Now, I'm no longer in autopilot mode. I am now in manual flight mode. So let's take a trip around the city and see what there is to see. Metacorp MU, Orion. We can fly right down into the buildings and fly between the streets if we want. Got to be fancy maneuvers, do barrel. Got to be careful not to fly into some of these buildings, I think. Slow myself down, just get myself straightened up a bit, and then head forwards. Actually, do you know what? I'm on official police business. Now let's turn the lights on. Let's turn the siren on. I'll turn boost off because I'm not too confident, and I'm gonna blast some tunes, some cop tunes, 80s cop tunes as we fly through here. Whoop whoop. Because you can kind of see inside the buildings as well. It's pretty much the same interior of each of the buildings, but it helps to give a little bit of depth and a little bit of sense of realism to things. It's not just flat textures pasted on a bunch of rectangles. There is some depth to these buildings, which really pops out in VR. I need to fly up so I don't hit this gigantic wall here. And in fact, if I fly right up and then flip myself around and level out a bit. I turn that music off, it's doing me head in. I need to put my HUD on. So now I can hopefully find places to dock. It seems to be, there's a bar district, it looks like there's a fast food district. I'm gonna head over this way. That's the police station, that's where I started. There's a cool little alleyway down there. Let's try this little alleyway down here if I can. I need to slow myself right down. And then I need to slowly down here. Come on, can I do it? And I need to try and get in this area here so I can then activate my dock maneuver I don't think landing upside down is going to be healthy for me, the car, or any pedestrians who are below me. But we're getting there. We're doing a landing. Okay, now hopefully, if I press dock, here we go. We're heading down, and we're landing in this very, very grimy, dingy, beautiful sci-fi street. Madness! This is madness! So this is my first time experiencing this game on foot in the outside world. There is a huge amount of verticality here. Seeing the sci-fi ships fly over me is it's like being in Blade Runner. It really is. You've got some incredible reflections here. The floor is kind of a little bit weirdly sparkly, but the reflections are awesome. I love all the neon signs flashing around. Hotel there. I presume if you land here in the main game, there'll be like buildings and stuff you can go in to explore. These cool boxes, maybe they give you missions and things. Come on, how do I scan? There we go. I'm just trying to sit. So I think maybe I can go into the Azrael Hotel. My scanner's showing a door there. I think anything with a block in is probably going to be interactive at some point. We've got a very sad robot NPC here, and if I get really close up to it, the attention to detail on the textures is nutso. Love the way the light shines on it, so sharp and crisp and clear. This is a luxury adult entertainment in this building. Is it? I don't know. Or is that luxury adult entertainment? That robot does have neep norps, so maybe it's a sexy bot. I don't know. Let's try going inside the hotel. Oh, look at this. This is nice. Hello. Oh, she's creepy. She's got like a proper weird, smooth android face. Look at that. Wonder if I can get in closer to have a look at her. There's this very cool, like, hologram crow here. Again, the lighting is really atmospheric. Oh, the way that light span round then and illuminated. Look at that. Illuminating that staircase. This is so awesome. Is it Altered Carbon? I think Altered Carbon is the show I'm thinking of. This feels a little bit like Altered Carbon. This droid here, it's weird face. Hey, that robot's getting a bit too close for comfort. Like, it's going to be amazing coming in here in the full game, maybe talking to NPCs and getting missions. Doesn't look like I can... Oh, I can go up the stairs. Here we go. Go up the stairs. Everything's got this horrible, crumbly, old-school texture to it. Like it's like everything's run down. I think the story of this game is something to do with... I think the lo-fi is something to do with people who live down here in the districts who can't afford to live in a beautiful VR paradise. And so everything else is falling into disrepair. And I'm like a police officer, or we'll play a police officer who has to come and clean up some dodgy crimes down here. But that could explain why everything looks so grimy and dirty. Let's see if I can make my way up to this balcony and have a look down. Because everything's crumbling and broken. Is that a window? I think that's a mirror. I must be a vampire. Yeah, look, you've got the wooden banister. Textures for the banisters not great on here. There's a bit of detail on there. It's definitely not as detailed as the NPCs, but you know, again, there's a big sense of scale and an awesome sense of presence here. And I'm a big fan of how that drone follows me around and lights things up for me, so I don't really need to bring out a torch. I think I do have a torch though in my inventory. Let's bring it out, and here we go. It's a blacklight torch, so I can find bloods and Siemens and things. There's a Siemens, there's a Siemens, there's a Siemens. There's Siemens everywhere. Here we go, we're in Oh, this is a cool, creepy back room. Look at all those CRT monitors. There's an actual crow there. Can't do out with it. And then a VR crow. I love all those old school monitors attached to the wall. That is such an aesthetic. This goes even deeper back here. What else is there to find? I have a feeling there's not going to be any kind of enemies or combat encounters in here. It'd be nice if there was. That's access denied. I probably need a key card or something for that. But just being able to explore and imagine what kind of adventures we could have is pretty overwhelming. Okay, I've decided to exit back out again to continue exploring the city. I wonder... Take that, dickhead! You're flying too low! Take that as a warning. Loving the kind of future 80s cars here. Everything is so, like, angular and... Hold on, let's get the torch out. Yeah, look at that! Everything is so angular and cyberpunky. Those cool wheels and stuff. And again, you've got the depth into the buildings. You could kind of, you know, each building isn't just a flat texture, so even though there's nothing really in it, when you're walking past it, it does feel like there is a world happening around you. I'm going to go and check out some luxury adult entertainment because I am indeed an adult, even though I don't act like one. Whoop whoop! Giant sexy lady dancing for my face. Giant sexy lady, VR corner, it's a ace. Yep, there is a gigantic sexy lady hologram dancing above this club dance floor, which is quite awesome. Nice smoke effects going on here, and some very tall robotos here that remind me of that very old sci-fi film that I cannot remember the name of. Metro something. No, I can't. Metropolis? I don't know. I can't remember. Fritz Lang's one. Yeah, again, lovely purples and neons and pinks going on. This disco ball shining the lights around the bar is just nutso fantastico. Another droid with its neep norps out. I suddenly I was standing on the bar stool for a second then. Calm down, Ian. Oh wow, it just goes all the way up. Gigantic club vibes. We've got some back rooms out here. Doesn't look like this leads to anything according to my scanner. Oh, there is the toilets, VR toilets. This is maybe taking a toll on my PC a little bit. Things were feeling a little bit juddery as I was walking into here. But it's quite a nice bathroom, really. Glad they keep the bathroom nice and tidy in this place. Oh, what a beautiful wallpapery thing as well. It's fancy. I would definitely have a future poo in that. I think I can go through this door. Oh, this is the exit to the back alley. Let's exit the premises then. Ooh, okay, this back alley is a little bit more grimy than the interior. Hello, Malice. Ooh, example dialogue tree. What happened here? Ah, damn it, keep doing it. No idea, I was inside working. Am I under arrest, officer? Nope. You're not under arrest, no. You're fine. Oh, look, we got some onlookers here. Oh, these are some good examples of the photorealistic NPCs. These are all people that have been scanned in. You look very real, sir. Oh, this police officer that's slack-jawed there. Oh, this dude looks like something out of sci-fi. Yeah, these are very cool NPCs. Trying to check out the crime scene. Oh yes, here's a dead body as well. Hold on, let me get my crime torch out. There has definitely been a crime here. This guy has been super crimed. Crime has distorted his face quite hard. I guess this is just an example of a crime scene, or an area where I may have had to get to check out a crime. And look at this kind of Where's my torch gone? I want to check out this Akira bike. Look at that. It's hard to see because the lights are so bright, but... And it's all so smoky. Again, look how tall everything is. The verticality is nutso. So it doesn't look like I can wander around the whole city on foot. It looks like each section where you can land is probably a small contained area. But in this area, I've already checked out the hotel and the sexy club. But there's other locations. There's a pawn shop here. There is a casino. There's a private fetish club. Let's do it. I believe that's my car there. What's my car? I haven't seen it. What's the exterior of my cruiser look like? Oh, it's got a flame decal on it. Pretty smart, pretty smart. Oh yeah, look at this bike. Here we go. Here's a better look at the kind of Akira bike. Let's get my torch out. Look at this. Madness. That's so awesome. Burning red cosmetics there. Red pill. Drugs and adult content. Let's go! Okay, again, suitably smoky, suitably sinister. And suitably scary with those gigantic minigun turrets on the wall. I've wandered straight into the security room where we can see some security cameras. I presume when this is a fully fledged RPG, there'll be, you know, people behind the counter here, and maybe if you do something bad, it'll set off those turrets or whatever. There's a little waiting room, and then what is down these stairs? Another very luxurious interior, similar to the club. This interior. Oh yeah. Lots of poles. I presume that robot's going to have to get very oiled up if it wants to spin around those poles. We've got like flashing lights up there. Can I get up here and do it? What the? Oh, you can walk. Oh, this is a weird floor. It feels like I'm walking across here. Feels like I'm in Under the Skin, the Scarlett Johansson movie. We've got little private dance booths here. I guess people sit there and whack it. It's pretty dark though in here. Nothing else going on in here yet. No NPCs. Again, these little rooms, the game seems to struggle to run a bit, but I mean, what this is accomplishing at the moment is amazing either way. Okay, there are a few more buildings to visit in here, but I think I've seen enough of this street, so I'm going to head back to the skies again, because there is something in this game that I think is really, really cool, and I want to try and find the district it's in. Alright, it's time to fly. Ooh! I like how the cars are moving. Future bikes! Oh, madness. There's a sushi place there. Oh, I love it. The touch controllers are vibrating slightly as we're lifting off. The interior of this car looks so good as well. There's not too much you can play with. There's all these different buttons and knobs that I want to flick and pull. But yeah, everything's really, again, really scuffed. It's got this nice little shine to it. What kind of districts are there? So we're in the booze district at the moment. What other districts are there? There's a lot of choice. I'm going to fly low over everything. I'm going to head to this disc. I wonder what the disc is. Maybe the disc is a save zone. Oh, this is madness. Oh, big building here. I'm going to have to go up and over. Oh, where's the disc? Oh, come on. I need to level off. Okay, the disc I think is below me. Oh, let's slow right down. Where is it? Hit my HUD. Okay, so we're looking for something directly below me. A place to dock. It's directly below me. Is it that? I think it might be that down there, you know. Look at that giant video wall over there. So impressive. Everything in this game, like, just has a wow factor to it. VR's always had a bit of a wow factor to it. When you've been playing VR for as long as I have, and you've played so much VR stuff, when you get a genuine wow factor like this game, it's always incredibly cool. Look at the light shining off the window there, and the droplets of rain. Special! Okay, so this is Tech Town, and again, it's amazingly vertical. Already getting like kind of flashbacks of Akihabara in Tokyo with the 3F kind of sign. There's a kitty! Oh, that one looked like Titch. Bionic Pet. I love that there's like video screens up on the walls. Titchy. Like all these like shaky virtual signage. Just the amount of neon. Again, it looks like there's a whole street to explore. Katana Bar. Don't seem to be able to go into... Well, it's not showing me that I can go into any shops, but I'm pretty sure I can go into Quinn's Arcade here. Hopefully I can, because this is what I wanted to show you. Here we go. Quinn's Arcade. Now, there is some really cool things going on in Quinn's Arcade, including playable arcade machines. I'll show those off in a second. I just want to have a little tour of the arcade. Textures of the litter here is floating above the floor slightly, which is probably a little bit of a bug. But yeah, this is a very, very cool looking area with some weird little old school arcade machines, Star Lords there, some arcade booths. There's a wolf. Here we go. Look, the little cyber wolf. It's got cybery blue eyes there. Hello, puppy. You can't pet the cyber wolf, but he wanders around in here. You might be thinking that's the cool thing I wanted to show you. It wasn't. There's playable arcade machines like Cursor here. Register Pilot. I've not tried this before. There we go. I've registered my pilot and I'm going to play. Wow, this is really fun. This is like 3D Death Chase on the ZX Spectrum, but sci-fi and VR. Oh, speedy. Oh, it crashed. Wow, that's a cool game. So this is just a little mini game built inside the game you can play on that virtual console, and it puts you right inside the game. At the moment there's only 2 working arcade machines. The other one is here. It is a VR version of Space Invaders. But the really cool thing, hello Droidicus, the really cool thing that I wanted to show you, and look how detailed that is, you can even read the instructions of his battery pack on the back there. Look and loot, epic pets. Cool, that sounds sweet. Now the really cool thing I wanted to show you is this, the Game Boy cabinet. You lot who are regular viewers of Ian's VR Corner will know I'm quite a fan of playing retro games via emulators in VR, and that's exactly what you can do in here. If you have some Game Boy ROMs, you can plug them into this program. How do you start? Here we go, there we go, yes! So now I am playing Game Boy Super Mario on a gigantic Game Boy arcade emulator while a police officer robot tries to curb stomp an arcade machine. And yeah, I can just sit here, and there's a little bit of lag on the game. You can hear that in the music and the visuals, but it's working. I'm playing Super Mario Land in VR in frickin' Blade Runner. Did you just do a can-can? And there's just a cyber wolf there. This is just incredible. What an absolute cracker of a game, and it's something I'm really excited for. The potential here is nuts, and the possibilities are limitless, and I cannot wait to see what the final product looks like, because this is such an exciting experience for me. And if they could get even more emulators working in here at a faster speed, a bit smoother, this arcade is going to be a place where everyone wants to hang out. Okie dokie, welcome back to the gorgeous city streets of lo-fi. I've only shown you a couple of areas in this episode of Ian's VR Corner. I've only shown you 3 or 4 interiors, and I've not shown you all the streets you can explore either. So if you want to see more, I absolutely urge you to download the early access build from Itch.io. I will include a link in the comments below, in the video description below, and I'll also include a link to the Kickstarter page as well, because the Kickstarter I think is still running, and there are some stretch goals as well. One of them is that they will make this for PlayStation VR on the PS5. So if you want to play this on PC, the finished version of this, if you want to have an awesome sci-fi cyberpunk role-playing game on PC, go and pick up the Itch.io thing. If you want to play this on PSVR, go and donate to the Kickstarter. You'll also get a build of this to play on if you do, I think the $35 pledge, and it's well worth it. It's well worth it, even though there's not really a game here at the moment. This is just an incredible cyberpunk space to be in. It's stuff like this, I believe, is the future of VR, and if the developers can get a fully functioning, story-driven, deep sci-fi RPG in here, it's gonna be incredible, and I cannot wait to play it. But yeah, I think that's all from me now. I hope you've enjoyed this look at lo-fi. I've certainly enjoyed showing it to you. So yeah, if you're a fan of VR, or this is the first VR video you've watched, you might be pleased to know that I do loads of VR videos here on Eurogamer every Sunday, in fact, and there should be a playlist on screen for you to click on right now, which shows you every single Ian's VR Corner that has ever been invented. So while you look at them, I'm going to settle down and buy some ultra-fast food from this lovely geisha vendor who doesn't look like she's taking the hygiene standards very well, but never mind. Right, what have we got here? Hot dog, 4 cents for a hot dog.